Welcome back guys to a new video. So this is another monthly dividend update. So this is all the dividends that we have received in the month of September. But first let's take a look over here. Our one month performance is 4.1% over here. Our value is portfolio value is just over 4,000 right there, which is nice to see. You can see over here if we spread out a bit more, we were in the red a while ago due to a large holding in a single stock, which was Gold Mining Inc. So we had over 500 quid inside this stock, and you can see over here, I think we bought somewhere over here, and then it was just in the red for the entire, couple of years, and we just sold it recently over here. We took whatever gains we could from it over here. €4.71 in gain there, and then €7.10 in gain right there. So we took that one out, and that's why our portfolio has been looking a little bit better and in the green these past couple of months. So let's go ahead and take a look. We do have a couple of pies over here with various names, you can see, but let's go down over here. We've also got a pending order for Realty Income, $60, 2 shares there if it hits that price target. Let's go down here, take a look at all the holdings we have. Currently, you can see our unrealized result is €69, 1.87%. Cost basis that we have put in is 3,738 over here. So biggest holding, of course, is Realty Income. We did buy some shares of Trig. We increased that to 1,000 there. So the next dividend on that is going to be pretty juicy right there. And you can see the rest of the holdings over here. JP Morgan, Global Growth and Income, Main Street, BlackRock, World Mining Trust, PSTV. That's a recent buy actually. Primary Healthcare, I want to sell out of that one, and I want to sell out of USGO over here, the gold mining. This next Gold Mining Inc. Luckily, it's not as big of a position over here. We have 4 shares of Diageo, no, 3 shares only at the moment. And then the rest of these are just, very, very small holdings that I don't even think about there. Let's go ahead. So the first dividend that we have received from our portfolio is, of course, going to be from Realty Income over here. So you can see at the moment we have 25.5 shares. Do you want to add a bit more? It has been going up recently, but I'm going to hit the buy button, and once it reaches 60, if it touches 60, I will buy 2 more there. So I think the FX is actually bringing us down a bit over here. Yeah, FX is minus 8%, or else we'd be up 10% on the stock right there. And you can see the next dividend amount is 27 cents right there. Dividend yield 5.3%. Let's take a look at how much we received from the stock recently. So there it is, €4.97, almost hitting the €5 mark if it wasn't for the FX impact right there. So that's nice to see right there. Realty Income is growing month over month. So the next monthly player that we have in our portfolio is, of course, Main Street Capital. So we only have a very handful of shares here, 5.6 shares. FX impact once again dragging us down a tiny bit, minus 5.4%, or else we'd be up over 21% on this stock. I'm not buying too much yet. I think it's at an all-time high at the moment, so I'm waiting for it to come down a bit more. Slowly but surely maybe. So I'm taking opportunities to buy other stocks that are a bit cheaper and more fair value, I'd say. So we have 5.6 shares over here, and we did receive, I think it was 2 over here. Yeah, so it was 2. So first dividend we received was €1.03 after withholding tax of 15%. So that is the regular dividend, and I think they gave out an irregular dividend over here as well. So this one gave us €1.22 after the withholding tax of 15%. So that was nice there. So Main Street altogether gave us €2.25 there, I believe. So those are the monthly players, and then we have some quarterly players over here. So the quarterly player was Trig, so Renewable Infrastructure Group, that gave us a dividend that month. So I think we had 180 shares thereabouts when we got the dividend. So we had, let's take a look over here at the very top. So 180 shares we had, and that gave us €3.89. Withholding tax rate is 0% there at the moment. So that's nice right there. So that was a nice dividend. But of course, we did with the sale of US GLGG, we did buy some more of this stock over here, and that's going to give us a nice juicy dividend next time around. So let's take a look over here. Dividend yield 9.8%. I do have a high conviction in this company. I think it will definitely do well, and it's undervalued at the moment. So that's my opinion anyway. And we only got 3 dividend, and that was it, guys. So that's all the dividends that we got. That adds up to €11.11 from our portfolio. Let's take a look over here. We've got 12 investments, of course, and most of the big ones anyway are all in the green, which is what I like to see right there. So if we switch over now to our some Excel charts that I have created to track our dividends so far. First chart is the annual dividends over here. We can see we were collecting dividends from the time we joined Trading 212, which is around 2022 over here. Getting a couple of cents right there, not really dividend focused, but it was only in the later half of 2024, 2025 where we really started to focus more on dividends. And you can see with this chart, the trajectory over here, 2025 year to date is 72 €72 and 99 cents. We have a lot more to look forward to before this year is gone right there. So the next chart I'm going to show you is the monthly dividend. This is a very nice chart that I really like. It really does show our trajectory over here, month over month, the growth over time for sure. You can see it right there. So this September was our second highest dividend payment. Current highest was back in June over here, but the December is going to be our biggest month because we have that quarterly payment from Trig, which should be just over 20 quid right there, being our highest dividend. So up next, let's take a look over here at our dividend per stock 2025 year to date over here. You can see the vast majority of it is coming from Realty Income, but Trig will catch up here in its next payment. Trig and Realty Income right now gonna be giving us the vast majority of our dividends currently. We've got we did receive some small dividends from the likes of National Grid, which I have sold off. We've got Main Street in there with €8.17 year to date. JGGI €5.54. PHP Properties €4.08, and everything else just very, very small amounts there. So if we switch over to another graph and take a look at everything in terms of percentages over here. So year to date over here, Realty Income giving us 48% of our income. So 50% of our income is coming in from Realty Income at the moment, but Trig will counterbalance that hopefully in the next couple of payments. So you can see right there the rest of the pie over here is pretty much balanced between the rest of the dividends that we have received from National Grid, Main Street, JGGI, BlackRock World Mining Trust, Trig, PHP, and a very small dividend that we got from Unilever, which we sold off earlier on in the year right there. So now if we switch over to a dividend tracker that we like to use over here, this very simple dividend tracker which I like to use over here. You can see at the very top we have set a goal of reaching €20 monthly average, and we're almost there. We're 86% of the way there, and that is helped in large part by the big investment we made in Trig. But the dividend yield of our portfolio currently, this app is telling us it's 5.8%. Yield on cost is 6.2%. You can see we are expecting €122 by year end. We've already received 71.44, this app is saying, but this chart over here is what I really like over here. So you can see we have some dividends coming up in October, and the first dividend we have already received from BlackRock World Mining Trust over here, €1.89. You can see where this app is telling us that we can expect to receive €12.58 this month. We've got some payments coming in from JGGI, almost €5 there, €4.69. Main Street, €1 as always, and then Realty Income 4.97, etching its way higher up to that 5 euros mark. The following month, November, not as good of a month, of course. Realty Income, Main Street, and then a quarterly player from PHP Properties. But of course, December, the year end, we have our biggest dividend payment yet that I am looking forward to. We're getting 31 euros, almost 32 euros there. Small amount from Diageo we have to look forward to. Semi-annual player, so only pays out two times a year. Main Street is €1.03. Some regular dividends coming in from Realty Income right over here, guys, and then Blackrock Road Mining Trust. Trig over here, €21.66. Now this will fluctuate based on the FX rate, but right now it looks like it's going to be above 20 euros right there, which I am certainly looking forward to. Last up over here, we got some Main Street giving out some irregular dividends, €1.03. So that's going to be a nice little dividend payment to finish the year off on. So guys, that is my dividend portfolio, and that is how my dividends are getting up to. So I do want to reach the 20 euros on average monthly dividend before the year finishes. Hopefully I will. Next year is going to be pretty nice. We will be regularly investing and growing our monthly dividend amount. So guys, that's going to be it from me. Let me know how your dividend portfolios are getting along. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you do enjoy these videos, and I'll see you guys next month.